I am Amy Bacon with Spirit Pathways, and I'm here with this week's reading. This is for today, Monday, May 20th, through this coming Sunday, May 26th, 2019. This week is perfect energy to bring to life the projects and ideas you have been thinking about. The energy right now is flowing and benevolent, giving your desires a higher vibrational support system to bring them to abundant fulfillment. It's not random that your mind fills with thoughts of what you wish you were doing, having, or being. This process is an important part of your enjoyment of life. These thoughts are leading you to all the goodness you placed on your blueprint to enjoy this lifetime. You don't think things that are not aligned with you. You don't wish to be something that would not be a good fit for you. You do not imagine things that would not bring you happiness. And here's a word on the caveat. Make sure you are following your heart. Make sure you are only desiring things that are part of your soul. Whenever we are trying to please another or live up to someone else's expectations, we are doomed to fail. Your dreams of all you wish you were doing, having, and being must authentically be your own, or they will not bring you permanent happiness. They will only be the wake-up call to pay attention to your own authentic soul's desires. The action of desire and imagining, fantasizing, and dreaming is very strong and positive manifesting energy. The more emotional alignment you can instill in your desiring and imagining, the closer you are getting to your dreams. Maintaining this alignment and not becoming frustrated or too focused on lower energy factors around you is key. The other key ingredient is surrender. There must be a point where you sort of dive into the concept that all is well and it's all going to happen. And it's not up to your ego or your overt actions to make things happen. They just simply will. All the goodness will as part of your life path. When you analyze and try and control or resist, especially resisting change, you hinder the flow of higher vibrational energy. It's a hard concept for humans, but we must try to trust our path, carefully making choices and decisions that only honor the surrendered trust we agree to have for our highest outcomes and happiness. Take steps, one step at a time in the direction of your dreams. Use the energy of this week to assist you in bringing a large dream that you've had for a long time to fruition. Do some research. Try some ideas out in the world. Connect with others that can assist you. Call, email, text, post, and share your ideas to bring the response you need, to see that you do have momentum. Nothing is random, so allow this benevolent energy to carry you along to your desired outcomes. And I'm here to help you bring your dreams and desires into your life. With the reading, we will connect with your council of spirit guides to address all you need to move forward, to answer your questions and remove blockages and give you insight in alignment with your soul's desires and this lifetime blueprint of your highest potential. All the information for your reading is on my website, spiritpathways.net. And this week we have apophyllite. Last week we had celestite, which is a very angelic and high vibrational energy. And this week they're raising it up even more by having me put out some of my apophyllite. And this is a stone that I craved years ago to really help me raise my vibration and really help me to tune in to all the goodness of, the spirit guides and alignment and that higher divine source energy that's available to all of us. And apophyllite, if you look into it, it's just the depths. You can meditate on this for hours. And this pink that's growing on a lot of my apophyllite is called stillbite. And that's just such another angelic, loving, pure joy, high vibrational stone, and them intertwined and growing together here. It's perfectly beautiful energy. So, apophyllite to share with you this week. And let's get our cards going. 9 cards for the energy of this week. There's one. I'm just going to put these out quickly. That one. How many have we got? I've lost count. 6, 7, 8. One more. There we go. All right. Number 1. Let's try and do these in order. I'm going to lay these out, and then I'm going to go over each one to give you a reading for the energy of this week and how you can use it to your highest advantage. And I love it that we're going to have the King of Pentacles in the center. After all, they were talking about for manifesting in our message for this week. All right, trying to get these even. Make sure you can see all of them. Of course, we're going to start with the 4 of Cups. This is about opportunities. Here you are, you're a little bit bored, and you just keep telling this story of what's not working and what you're tired of and what you finished and what's done and what's no longer giving you the outcomes and the desired experiences that you want. These cups are empty and they're done. But look up here. A little cloud, like a little apophyllite cloud that has a hand and a cup coming out of it. It's up higher. So the gaze and the focus down here is no longer rendering the goodness that you want. You've got to raise your vibration. You've got to look up. Simply just breathe a lot of, a couple, 3 deep breaths to raise that vibration so you can look up and see this divine little hand offering you a new, fresh, abundant, amazing opportunity. And because it's a little divine cloud, it means that you didn't have to run out and generate it and figure it out and do all the hard work. This is just coming to you naturally. This is about all those dreams and desires that you've been thinking about that you want to manifest. Here they are. Your dreams and wishes have been heard and they're being answered. But for you to connect with this, you've got to raise your vibration. You've got to look up. You also have to just simply allow and agree. This is not an opportunity that you had to do a lot of hard scrabble work for. This is divinely offered. So you don't have to figure it out. But you do have to engage with it. You do have to agree to it. You do have to recognize it and allow it. And that's only going to come when you stop telling this story of lack and get into all that divine goodness that you've been seeking. Then we have Temperance, more sort of magical divine energy for you. This is to help you align with what you're passionate with. And it's also to remind you have people to help you. And you have just simply mystical, magical goodness to help you. That's this fluid between the cups. That's alchemy. Alchemy is pure magic. And it happens because we trust it. Turning pot metal to platinum and gold, it doesn't make sense on a logical, scientific bandwidth, but on a magical, trusting, surrender, release, I agree, it's so fantastic, higher vibration, it makes perfect sense. So allowing that higher vibration wonderfulness to bring balance for you and to get you on this path where you recognize the golden crown. And those red wings are what you're passionate about, that idea that you want to bring to fruition. And it's all glowing around this archangel's head and that third eye activation. So, divine goodness is at work, but allow it. Just open your eye and allow it. And the Knight of Wands, how perfect. I love this flow with these cards. The Knight's on a quest. And the Knight of Wands, he's specifically on an inspired quest. Inspired for your life, inspired for your creative output, inspired for your abundance and your happiness and your goodness. He's all about what you think about. What's that idea that you have that inspires you, that you want to take action on? Wands are fire, so it is all about taking action on these things that are sprouting in your life. Those are the ideas you want to enjoy. So the Knight says, you're on this quest. Keep going. Things are happening. Pay attention to those authentic ideas that are yours alone, because that's where all the goodness is going to come for you. And we have the Page of Wands. If you didn't get the Knight's message, the Page is here. He's literally a messenger. He's focused on the sprout. What is it that you're doing? We get in this default pattern of saying, yeah, I've had this idea, I've had it a long time, and we just keep pushing it to the back. Pushing it to the back of our mind, pushing it to the back of our, to-do list, pushing it down the list of importance. But the Page says, don't do that anymore. Look at the focus here. That idea is so important for you and for your happiness. Let's go ahead and really work on it. Let's just for this 1 week, because that's the focus here for this week. Bringing the projects and the ideas that you've been thinking about. The energy's now flowing and benevolent, giving your desires a higher vibrational support system to bring them about to your abundant fruition. And here the King of Pentacles in the center, everything radiating out from him. He's outcomes. He's outcomes of money and abundance in the material world that you want. He's also excellent health. He's strength, and this all these ripe and juicy grapes on his tunic are amazing, and the red passionate scarf around his neck, and there's his castle in the background, and he's got his foot on the boar's head, and all these rams on every corner of his throne, and he's holding his big shiny pentacle. He's like, it's all possible. I'm outcomes. So pay attention to some of the details, but don't lose yourself in the details. Don't get stuck at one point. Let's let all this magic and people to help you and recognizing the divine goodness and all this inspiration of the wands to get things done. And then the Ace of Cups, that's a beginning. Aces are the beginning. Cups are your creativity and spirituality, all raining down to help you. Emotional help, emotional goodness, creative help, creative goodness, spiritual awakening, spiritual alignment, all to give you the beginning. Again, a cloud, hand coming out of a cloud. It's divinely sent. You don't have to figure it out. Don't overthink it. Just allow it. And then just in case, we're going to remind you that you need to do things a bit differently. You've got sort of this endurance and stamina to continue doing things the same way, to continue fighting the same battles. And yeah, you might be really, really good at that, but where's it getting you? Just this bandaged head, weary, battle-worn figure here. Let's do it differently. Let's toss it up. Let's just not keep doing the same thing over and over again. Let's do something different. And here to help you with the difference, the total energy of lightening it up and going out and having celebrating with your friends, having fun with your friends. This is the card of celebrating steps. The Four of Wands. Again, the wands. We took some action So now we have something to talk about and celebrate. And it doesn't have to be the huge end goal. You know, sometimes that huge end goal, the huge dream is a bit overwhelming. But when we break it down into parts and into steps and into choices and decisions that we can make sort of in a half a day, then we see results. Then we're seeing the momentum. And that's what this card is about, celebrating. It's also about just lighten that vibration up a bit. Don't get too heavy. This first card, you were heavily into explaining what wasn't working, where here's the higher vibration goodness coming in for you. So yeah, lighten it up, laugh. Nothing to heighten your energy better than some deep breaths and some really good laugh. The Eight of Pentacles, here you are practicing. You've taken that idea to the next level where you're bringing it out into the world and the project is becoming more tangible. And this is you working on it. And each time he makes one of these pentacles, he gets better. And he improves it and tweaks it and makes little changes that make each one is more perfect than the last. And that brings such deep personal satisfaction, deep personal enjoyment of seeing how well everything's turning out. So lovely energy for this week. Act on these things. Allow them to happen for you. Use this apophyllite energy for your divine connection, to see the magic, to see the divine things that you don't have to figure out, but are going to give you the outcomes that you want. And allow a little bit of change, tweaking how you're doing things to get the better, more perfect result and lightening up. I love it, and I'm here to give you a reading to help you specifically tune into your energy, your spirit guides, your lifetime blueprint. We can get the blockages removed. We can, the guides always tune into your highest potential, and they can explain that to you and help you move forward to all the goodness you want to experience. It's all available to you with the reading, and all the information is on my website, spiritpathways.net. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.